hello, good morning, good evening, good night, good wherever you may be on this fine planet. And I'm gonna fix this microphone first. And today's movie that we will be discussing is probably one of my favorite, and what I think is probably maybe the best last horror movie of the 80s. That is 1989's Intruder. Intruder from 1989 is a cult classic slasher film directed by Scott Spiegel, who co-wrote Evil Dead 2 with Sam Raimi. Set in a nearly empty supermarket during the night shift, Intruder stands out from other slasher films of the era due to its inventive kills, dark humor, and the involvement of future genre legends. The movie follows a group of employees who find themselves trapped in the store with a mysterious killer. It has since gained a loyal fan base due to its creative direction, practical gore effects, and its association with Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell. So I don't remember the first time I saw this movie. I was definitely a teenager, and I was just like, I went into it so blind and came out with like just so much fun. This movie's so much fun. If you haven't seen Intruder, please check it out. Scott Spiegel, exactly, like he's one of those dudes that's just like kind of in the shadow of Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, even Quentin Tarantino. But Spiegel has he has a lot of fun like camera shots that I love. One in Intruder that I can think of is like the cameras on the shopping cart and being pushed and stuff. And it's just, I don't know, little things like that are just like fun. It just like gives it a different vibe and stuff. So if you haven't seen Intruder, please check it out, as we will go talk about it right now. Intruder is often remembered for its over-the-top practical gore effects created by makeup artist K&B Effects, a group that would go on to dominate the world of special effects in horror films. The killer dispatches the characters using various tools found in a supermarket: knives, meat hooks, saws, and even a hydraulic press. Now, if you don't know who K&B Effects are, I'm about to blow your mind, because you probably don't know, and especially because I don't know if it's one or two of the people from the original group. They kind of broke off to do their own thing, and most famously, this guy's name is Greg Nicotero, who has done effects for everything, including The Walking Dead. So K&B consists of Robert Kurtzman, Greg Nicotero, and Howard Berger. They've worked on A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, and Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. They even did the animatronic buffaloes for Dances with Wolves. However, Kurtzman left the company in 2003. Berger said Kurtzman wanted to focus on directing and raising his family. Totally fair. He's a family man. Can't complain about that. They have worked on Land of the Dead, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. They did stuff for Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, From Dusk Till Dawn, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, City Slickers. Those guys did so much. Huge in the horror world especially. Unlike many slashers set in suburban homes or summer camps, Intruder takes full advantage of its unique supermarket location. The empty aisles, fluorescent lights, and industrial equipment create a distinct atmosphere that adds to the tension. Spiegel employs highly creative and unconventional camera angles, influenced by his work with Sam Raimi. These include shots through grocery store items, reflections in surfaces, and strange POV shots. This playful visual style adds a unique touch to what could have been a standard slasher. The movie has a bit of an unknown cast, minus Renee Estevez, who is the daughter of Martin Sheen and Janet Sheen, the younger sister of Charlie Sheen, Emilio Estevez. Sam Raimi makes a little appearance. Ted Raimi makes an appearance. Bruce Campbell makes an appearance. Other than that, it's not really a big known cast or anything like that. Now, I'm really digging here with a movie that most of maybe you haven't seen. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know what you watch. So I'm going to dive into some little baby trivia, but not too much, because there's a lot of trivia on this movie, shockingly, but we'll keep it to a minimum because we only got a few minutes. Although Scott Spiegel directed the film, Sam Raimi, the legendary director behind Evil Dead, plays a significant role in Intruder as Randy, one of the grocery store employees. Raimi's brother, Ted Raimi, also appears in a memorable role as another worker who meets a gruesome fate. Raimi's involvement was a big draw for fans of Evil Dead at the time. Director Scott Spiegel and Sam Raimi were close friends with the Coen brothers, and their influence on Intruder is noticeable in its quirky humor and visual style. Yeah, if you didn't know, the Coen brothers worked on the original Evil Dead movie as editing assistants, I think. Editor assistants? I forget. Like many slasher films of the late 1980s, Intruder faced significant cuts from the MPAA to avoid an X rating. The original version of the film featured even more graphic kills, but many were toned down to get an R rating. However, uncut versions have since been released on DVD and Blu-ray, restoring the original gore in all its glory. Intruder was made on a shoestring budget of around $130,000, and while it didn't have a major box office run, it became a favorite among horror fans once it hit the home video market. The low budget meant that the filmmakers had to get creative with their special effects and make use of the supermarket location to its fullest. This is one of those locations where it's like, when you watch the movie, you're like, I want to make a movie in a supermarket. It's just like cool, using the aisles, the back swinging doors and stuff like that. Like, yeah, when I watch this movie, I'm just like, this is cool. Like, oh, I want to shoot something in a supermarket. I mean, maybe another supermarket moment would probably be like in a movie that I can think of off the top of my head, would maybe be like Punch Drunk Love and Adam Sandler's dancing and stuff. The entire film was shot in a real functioning supermarket in California, which adds authenticity to the setting. The store allowed them to film after hours, so production took place overnight when the store was closed, contributing to the film's late night atmosphere. Now, while Intruder didn't get widespread attention upon its initial release, it has since achieved cult status among horror fans. Its reputation grew largely due to its association with the Evil Dead team, its creative kills, and its re-release in uncut form. Fans of the slasher genre appreciate the film for its practical effects, inventive direction, and dark humor, placing it among the more unique entries in the late 1980s slasher wave. Today, Intruder is often regarded as an underrated gem in the genre, beloved by horror enthusiasts who appreciates its creativity and DIY spirit. That's right. I mean, this is definitely one of those movies when you watch it, you're kind of just like, yeah, I can go make a movie. Maybe not in a supermarket, but I can go make a movie and be fun and creative with it. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the stuff that I've learned when I go make stuff, I mean, I love Sam Raimi. So you definitely, if you like Sam Raimi, you will love this movie. It's that simple. But other than that, that's it for today. That's all the time that I got. I gotta get back into work now. And if you haven't seen 1989's Intruder, I highly recommend doing so. Maybe we'll do this again sometime soon.